All right, lads, let's get stuck in. Celtic symbols, eh? They're dead intriguing, aren't they? Everywhere you look these days, you see them. On jewellery, tattoos, even on your nan's tea cosy. But how much do we really know about these ancient markings? What secrets do they hold? What stories do they tell? Over the next few chapters, we're going on a proper journey, a deep dive into the world of Celtic symbols. We'll be uncovering their meanings, their history, and how they're still relevant today. So, buckle up, grab a cuppa, and let's get cracking. First up, we've got the Triskele, also known as the triple spiral. This bad boy is one of the oldest and most recognised Celtic symbols, dating back to, get this, the Neolithic period. Now, the Triskele is all about this idea of triplicity, or things coming in threes. Think life, death and rebirth, or past, present and future. But here's the thing. The Triskele's meaning isn't set in stone, so to speak. Different people interpret it in different ways. Some folks reckon it represents the three domains, earth, sea and sky. Others say it symbolises the three goddesses of Celtic mythology, Morrigan, Bab and Macha. The Triquetra, or the Trinity knot, if you want to be posh about it. It's another one of those symbols that just screams Celtic. You've probably seen it a million times. 3 interconnected loops, no beginning, no end. But there's more to this symbol than meets the eye. It represents eternity, interconnectedness, the continuous flow of life, death, and rebirth. Sound familiar? The Celts were big on that whole cycle of life thing, weren't they? And just like the Triskele, the Triquetra has been interpreted in different ways throughout history. Some folks associate it with the Holy Trinity in Christianity, which is interesting, considering its pagan roots. But before Christianity came along and muscled in on the act, the Celts had their own ideas about the Triquetra, didn't they? They saw it as a representation of the three realms, the spiritual, the physical, and the celestial. Others reckon it symbolises the 3 stages of womanhood, maiden, mother, and crone. Whatever its meaning, there's no denying the power and beauty of the Triquetra. It's a symbol that's both ancient and modern, timeless and enduring. Next is the Celtic knot, sometimes called the endless knot. All those twists and turns and not a beginning or end in sight. These knots represent something much deeper, something that connects to the very heart of the Celtic belief system. See, the Celts, they were all about the cycles of life, death and rebirth. And the endless knot with its continuous loop, that's like a visual representation of that whole never-ending cycle. It's like the circle of life, but way more intricate and, let's be honest, way more stylish. But it's not just about life and death. The knot also represents the interconnectedness of everything. It's like we're all part of this massive tapestry, all woven together, connected by these invisible threads. Right, this next symbol, it's a bit of a head-scratcher. The Awen, which literally means inspiration or poetic flow in the Celtic language, is all about that creative spark, that flash of brilliance that comes out of nowhere. You know, like when you're racking your brains for an idea and then, bam, it hits you. Now you usually see it depicted as 3 rays of light, emanating from a single point. And each one of those rays, they represent something dead important: knowledge, truth, and inspiration. Basically, everything you need to unlock your inner creative genius. The Celts, they believed that the Awen was a gift from the gods, a kind of divine download that would help them create beautiful art, write epic poetry, and compose banging tunes. It was like a direct line to the source of all creativity. Right, let's talk about love, shall we? I'm talking about the Claddagh, the iconic Irish symbol of love, loyalty and friendship. Now, you've probably seen the Claddagh before. It's that distinctive design with the 2 hands clasping a heart, topped off with a crown. It's proper romantic, innit? And you'll usually find it on rings, necklaces, that sort of thing. But the Claddag's got a right old history. It originates from a tiny fishing village in Galway, Ireland, called, you guessed it, Claddagh. Legend has it that this symbol was first created way back in the 17th century by a fella named Richard Joyce. Now, Richard was madly in love with a local lass, but tragedy struck when he was captured by pirates and sold into slavery. Can you imagine? Years went by, and poor Richard thought he'd never see his true love again. But Richard, he never gave up hope. He kept thinking about his girl back home, and he used his skills as a goldsmith to craft a special ring, the first ever Claddagh ring. And get this, each part of the ring symbolizes something special. The hands represent friendship, the heart represents love, and the crown represents loyalty. How romantic is that? Anyway, as luck would have it, Richard eventually escaped and managed to make his way back to Claddagh. And spoiler alert, he and his sweetheart were reunited and lived happily ever after. And that, my friends, is why the Claddagh has become such an enduring symbol of love and commitment. It's a reminder that even in the face of adversity, true love conquers all. Did you ever hear about Brigid's cross? Now, if you've ever been to Ireland, you might have seen these little woven crosses hanging in homes or churches. They're not just pretty decorations, you know. They've got a deep history and meaning rooted in Irish tradition and folklore. Each cross is traditionally crafted from rushes, a type of wild grass found abundantly in Ireland. Can you imagine, like, families gathering together, weaving these crosses, passing down the technique through generations? It's proper old school, innit? The cross is named after St. Brigid of Kildare, a total powerhouse of a woman. She's one of Ireland's patron saints, known for her kindness, strength, and connection to nature. It's said that the cross represents her ability to ward off evil and protect the vulnerable. Okay, so we've talked about spirals, knots, and crosses, but now let's get into the Celtic tree of life, or Crann, as it's known in Gaelic. It's a right cracker of a symbol, representing the interconnectedness of everything, kind of like a big, beautiful web of life. Imagine a massive tree, its roots digging deep into the earth, drawing up nourishment and strength. Now picture its branches reaching up to the sky, like arms stretching towards the heavens. That's the essence of the tree of life. This symbol isn't just about the physical tree, though. It represents the balance and harmony between the physical and spiritual worlds. The roots symbolize our connection to the earth, our ancestors, and our past, while the branches represent our aspirations, our growth, and our connection to the divine. The Celts had a deep respect for nature, and the tree of life embodies that connection. They saw trees as symbols of strength, wisdom, and longevity. It's no wonder this symbol has resonated with people for centuries. And let's not forget the intricate knotwork often incorporated into the tree of life design. It's a reminder that everything is connected, that life is a continuous cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Just like the seasons change, so too does life. Whether it's carved into stone, worn as a talisman, or simply admired in art, the Celtic tree of life reminds us of our place in the grand scheme of things. It's a powerful symbol of hope, resilience, and the interconnectedness of all living things. Well, that's it for our deep dive into the world of Celtic symbols. We've gone from spirals and knots to crosses and trees, uncovering the history, meaning, and significance behind each one. I don't know about you lot, but I find this stuff absolutely fascinating. It just goes to show you how symbols can hold so much power and meaning, connecting us to our past, our culture, and something bigger than ourselves. If you enjoyed this journey as much as I did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure. Until then, stay curious.